This question is specially for understanding the concept of X interest and cum interest. This is a basic question where the transactions are related to purchase and sales of debentures, in which quotations are given either X interest or cum interest. Mr. Sanjay has invested in 12% debentures of WSP Limited. Face value of debenture is rupees 100 and interest is payable on 31st March each year. Transactions for 1920. These transactions are given and we have to prepare 12% debentures account in the books of Mr. Sanjay. For any question related to debentures or bonds, first of all, it is essential to calculate number of months outstanding for the purpose of interest. So on the basis of the date of interest payment, we should calculate number of months for which the interest is outstanding for each and every transaction. So when the interest is payable on 31st March, we should start our accounting period with April, up to March. Now interest is paid before April and it is payable after March. For each transaction, we should calculate number of months from last date of interest payment. Last date, not next date. म्हणजेच जी तारीख आपण घेतोय त्या तारखेच्या आधी इंटरेस्ट केव्हा देऊन झालाय ते शोधायचंय, याच्या नंतर केव्हा देतोय हे बघायचं नाही. मग ह्याच्या आधी केव्हा इंटरेस्ट देऊन झालेला असेल ते बघण्यासाठी इथून कोणत्याही महिन्यातली तारीख असेल तरी पण आपण सुरुवात एप्रिल पासूनच करणार, कारण एप्रिलच्या आधीच्याच दिवशी इंटरेस्ट देऊन झालाय, दॅट इज ऑन 31st March. So date wise, let us see number of months. Date is 1st April. It is first date of April. So interest is paid on last day only. So here it is nil. Next date is 1st June. When it is 1st June, June will not be considered 1 and 2. So 2 months. Next date is 1st August. 1st of August, so August will not be counted. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 months up to 1st August. Next is 1st October, 110. October 1st, so excluding October, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It is for 6 months. Next is 1/12. That is 1st December. Except December, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. It is for 8 months. Next is 1st January. On 1st January, the transaction is done. So except January, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. It is 9 months. So on the basis of dates, we should calculate number of months for which interest is outstanding right from 1st April, because interest was paid on 31st March and thereafter interest is directly payable on next 31st March. So during this period, number of months will be calculated from 1st April only. म्हणजे महिने काढताना कधीही ज्या महिन्यासाठीचा आपण इंटरेस्ट आउटस्टँडिंग कॅल्क्युलेट करतोय त्याच्या आधी इंटरेस्ट केव्हा देऊन झाला असेल तिथून पुढे सगळे महिने काउंट करायचे. म्हणून आपण ह्या सगळ्या तारखांसाठी महिने घेताना एप्रिल पासूनच काउंट केलेत. कुठेही ठराविक ट्रान्झॅक्शनच्या पुढचे महिने फक्त घेतले नाहीत. उदाहरणार्थ 1 जूनला आपण 2 महिने घेतले, त्याच्या पुढे 1/8चं घेताना इथून पुढचे फक्त घेतले नाहीयेत, आपण पुन्हा कुठून घेतलेत 1st एप्रिल. त्यामुळे एप्रिल पासून प्रत्येक ट्रान्झॅक्शनचे महिने आपण याप्रमाणे कॅल्क्युलेट केलेत. Now let's start with our investment account. Investment is in 12% debentures of WSP Limited account. Accounting period is 2019-20. date is 1st April to balance brought down. Now columns are face value, interest and cost. Face value is total value of holding the debentures which are shown here. Here quantity is 200 and face value of one debenture is 100. So our total face value will be 100 into 200 debentures. This way in face value column we will write the total face value of debentures held or purchased. Interest column will show interest outstanding up to the date of transaction. म्हणजे ज्या दिवशी आपण ट्रान्झॅक्शन घेतोय त्या दिवशीपर्यंतचा आउटस्टँडिंग इंटरेस्ट या कॉलम मध्ये येईल. ज्या दिवशी इंटरेस्ट कलेक्ट होईल, द डेट ऑन विच इंटरेस्ट विल बी रिसिव्ड, इट विल बी शोन ऑन क्रेडिट साइड इंटरेस्ट कॉलम. So on both sides interest column will be used either for outstanding interest amount or for actual interest amount received. And cost column is amount of price, total amount paid for purchase of debentures. This cost amount does not include interest portion. So the amount paid only towards debentures will be shown in cost column. म्हणजेच डिबेंचर साठी जे आपण पैसे देऊ ते कॉस्ट कॉलम मध्ये येतील आणि ठराविक महिन्यांच्या इंटरेस्ट बद्दल जे पैसे देऊ किंवा घेऊ ते इंटरेस्ट कॉलम मध्ये सेपरेटली येतील. ओके, बॅलन्स ब्रॉट डाउन. फर्स्ट ट्रान्झॅक्शन आहे 200 डिबेंचर्स ॲट 106. फेस व्हॅल्यू 200 डिबेंचर्स 20,000. इंटरेस्ट डॅश बिकॉज नंबर ऑफ मंथ्स कॅल्क्युलेटेड वेअर नील. सो इंटरेस्ट कॉलम डॅश and cost should be shown excluding interest. But when interest is for 0 months, this cost will be purely towards debentures. So on opening day, if interest is for 0 months, the quotation can be X interest or cum interest. It will not affect this column because interest is for nil. The amount changes only if there is outstanding interest. म्हणजे एक्स आणि कम इंटरेस्ट हे अमाऊंट इथे घेताना बदलतं जर काही महिन्यांचा इंटरेस्ट आउटस्टँडिंग असेल तरच. नाहीतर जे इथे दिलेलं असेल अमाऊंट ते एक्स असू दे किंवा कम इंटरेस्ट असू दे इथे घेताना सेम येतं. फक्त इंटरेस्ट आउटस्टँडिंग असेल तरच ते अमाऊंट दोन्ही टाईपच्या कोटेशन मध्ये बदलतं. आताच आपलं फर्स्ट ट्रान्झॅक्शन आहे 106, 200 परचेस अँड एक्स इंटरेस्ट. ॲज इट इज सेड, X interest will not affect the posting because interest portion is nil. So let us see. On 1st April, cost is equal to 200 into 106 equal to 21,200. This will be shown in cost column. This is X interest cost. Next is on 1st June purchase. Debit side 1st June. For purchase, posting will be to bank. Purchase of 400. So first let's write down face value 40,000. 400 into 100, 40,000 face value. Again it is X interest. So next on 1st June, cost is equal to 400 into 109. Equal to 43,600. It will be shown in cost column 43,600. But now question arises, up to 1st June 2 months are complete after payment of interest. So we should show interest amount in this column which is not received but it is outstanding. It will be received on next 31st March. So in interest column, amount of interest for 2 months should be shown. So on same day, interest is equal to 40,000, that is face value, into 12%, it is percentage of interest on debentures, into 2 by 12. So on 40,000 face value at 12% interest outstanding for 2 months, amount will be 800. It should be shown in interest column. So this way transaction on 1st June is complete. Next is on 1st August. Again purchase. So debit side to bank. Purchase of 500 debentures. So 50,000 is face value at 113 cum interest. Now the quotation is cum interest. That means this 113 includes interest amount also. So first of all we should separate the interest amount, then we can get cost or X interest cost. So working on 1st August, cost is equal to 500 into 113, 56,500. From 56,500 we should deduct less interest. Interest will be 50,000 face value into 12% into 4 by 12, because interest is due on 50,000 at 12% for 4 months, as we have already calculated right from April up to July. Interest will be 2,000, and after deducting interest we will get 54,500 as X interest cost. So total amount paid was 56,500, from which interest was 2,000 and debentures were valued at 54,500. Show interest in interest column and cost in cost column. जे एकूण आपण 56,500 दिले, 56,500 पैकी 2,000 चा इंटरेस्ट होता आणि 54,500 ही प्युअरली डिबेंचरची किंमत होती जी आपण कॉस्ट कॉलम मध्ये घेतो. त्यामुळे सेपरेट केल्यावर 2,000 इंटरेस्ट कॉलम मध्ये आणि 54,500 कॉस्ट कॉलम मध्ये आलेत. एक्स इंटरेस्ट कोटेशन ज्या वेळेला होतं त्यावेळेला आपण कॉस्ट डायरेक्टली इथे पोस्टिंग घेतली आणि त्यानंतर सेपरेट इंटरेस्ट काढून तो इथे घेतला, कारण एक्स इंटरेस्ट याचा अर्थ कॉस्ट कॉलम मध्ये घेण्याचाच आकडा. म्हणून एक्स इंटरेस्ट कोटेशन असेल की डायरेक्टली कॉस्ट कॉलम आधी कंप्लीट करून घ्यायचा आणि जेव्हा कम इंटरेस्ट असेल तेव्हा हे कॅल्क्युलेशन कंप्लीट करायचं, इंटरेस्ट त्या कॉलम मध्ये दाखवायचा आणि एक्स इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट ही त्या कॉलम मध्ये दाखवायची जिथे कॉस्ट मध्ये आपण एक्स इंटरेस्ट घेतो. आफ्टर 1st August, नेक्स्ट डेट इज 1st October. परचेस टू बैंक, purchased 200. So face value 20,000. And now again quotation is cum interest. It is with interest amount at 110. So we should separate the interest portion and then we will get X interest cost. So next calculation on 110, cost is equal to 200 into 110. It is 22,000 less interest 20,000. It is face value into 12% and into 6 months. So into 6 by 12. Interest will be 1,200. So 22,000 total amount paid less 1,200 equal to 20,800. It is X interest cost. Now this 1,200 will be shown as interest and 20,800 will be shown as cost, because after deducting interest it is X interest cost. So on 110 quotation was cum interest, interest is shown separately and balance amount is shown as cost. Next is 112, 1st December, to bank, purchase of 150 at 120 x interest. So 150 equal to 15,000 face value and quotation is x interest. So we can write directly x interest cost into cost column. So on 112 cost is equal to 150 into 120 equal to 18,000. As it is x interest cost, it is shown directly in cost column, and then we should calculate interest separately. Interest is on 15,000 face value into 12% into number of months are 8 by 12. So it is 1,200. So interest on 15,000 at 12% for 8 months, 1,200 it is shown in interest column. आता पोस्टिंग बघताना आपण कसं केलंय बघा, जिथे कम इंटरेस्ट कोटेशन्स होती इथे कॉस्ट मधून इंटरेस्ट वजा केला आणि बॅलन्स अमाऊंट जे होतं ते इथे घेतलं. इथे पण सेम इंटरेस्ट वजा केला, शिल्लक अमाऊंट आहे ते इथे घेतलं, इंटरेस्ट वेगळा दाखवला. आणि जेव्हा एक्स इंटरेस्ट कोटेशन आहेत 1.6 आणि 1.12 एक्स इंटरेस्ट कोटेशन घेताना कॉस्ट जी काय आली ही डायरेक्टली आपण या कॉलम मध्ये घेतली, कारण ती एक्स इंटरेस्ट कॉस्टच होती, व्याजाशिवायची किंमत होती. आणि बाकीचं जे अमाऊंट आलं इंटरेस्टचं ते इथे सेपरेटली दाखवलं. त्यामुळे ही दोन्ही कॅल्क्युलेशन एकमेकांवर डिपेंड नाहीत. इंटरेस्ट वेगळा आणि कॉस्ट कॅल्क्युलेशन वेगळं. पण कम इंटरेस्ट मध्ये हे टोटल अमाऊंट जे असतं ते व्याजासहित दिलेलं असतं, म्हणून आपण व्याज तेवढं वजा करतो, इंटरेस्ट लेस करतो आणि शिल्लक जे अमाऊंट आहे ते या कॉलम मध्ये घेतो. हा मुख्य फरक आहे एक्स आणि कम इंटरेस्ट मध्ये. डिबेंचर किंवा बॉन्ड्स याच्यामध्ये ही अत्यंत इम्पॉर्टंट ऍडजस्टमेंट आहे. हीच ऍडजस्टमेंट जमली तर बाकीच्या सगळ्या ऍडजस्टमेंट ह्या खूप सिंपल असतात. नाउ लेट अस सी लास्ट ट्रान्झॅक्शन ऑन 1st January. It is sales. So on credit side, all purchases on debit side. On credit side, by bank 500 at 104. 500 that is 50,000 and 104. So on 1st January, sales 500 into 104, it is 52,000. As it is x interest amount, it should be shown directly in cost column. And now let us calculate interest. Even if it is sales, there is no change in calculation of 52,000 or even interest amount. Calculation will be same, only we should post it on credit side as it is sales. Credit what goes out. Interest is equal to 50,000 face value into 12% into number of months are 9 by 12. Amount will be 4,500. So interest for 9 months and x interest cost is 52,000. So after calculation of face value, interest and cost, next part is calculation of profit or loss. Profit or loss on sale. Now for calculation of profit or loss on sale, formula is cost of investment sold is equal to total cost upon total face value into face value of investment sold. So total cost is total of all these items, total face value is total of all these items, and into face value of investment sold it is 50,000. So let us calculate cost of investment sold. 58,100 is total cost upon total face value 1,45,000 into face value of investment sold is 50,000, this one. So this way cost of investment sold is equal to 1,58,100 divided by 1,45,000 into 50,000, which is equal to 54,517. And when 54,517 is cost of investment sold, this investment is sold for 52,000. 54,000 ची इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आपण 52,000ला विकली, म्हणजे लॉस झाला आपला. मग लॉस असेल तर तो डेबिट साईडला कॉस्ट कॉलम मध्ये पोस्टिंगला घ्यायचा. फक्त लॉस हा वर्किंग नोट मध्ये दाखवत असताना सेल्स 52,000 लेस कॉस्ट 54,517 2,517 difference येतोय. If we calculate this difference, it is negative. So when this amount is negative, it is loss on sale. So 52,000 less 54,517, loss on sale is 2,517. Only in cost column, date 1st January to loss on sale. And now last transaction is after purchase and sales are over on 31st March by bank, because it is date of collection of interest. So we should find out interest in this column. On 31st March our total holding is all these amounts less 50,000. So let us calculate total face value. 20 plus 40 plus 50 plus 20 plus 15 is equal to 1,45,000 and less 50,000. So last working note is 31st March interest, total of all these amounts 1,45,000 less 50,000 equal to 95,000 into 12%, because 12% is interest on debentures and number of months are automatically 12, because rule for this topic is calculate number of months from last date of interest. If we calculate interest on 31st March, last date of interest is on 1st April. So April to March complete 12 months. So we need not consider any number of months separately. So interest will be 95,000 into 12%. It is 11,400 in interest column. 11,400. So after we write interest amount, let's take total to close the ledger. First of all, total of face value column, it is 1,45,000 on 31st March by balance carried down is 95,000. Next, 11,400 plus 4,500, 15,900 interest, and here we should show balancing figure 15,900 less all debit side interest column amount. Balance is 10,700. On 31st March, this amount is transferred to profit and loss account. This interest amount is credited to P&L account because it is net amount of interest received. Even though we have collected amount of interest is 11,400, but after adjustment for outstanding interest amounts, net interest income will be 10,700. It is shown to credit side of P&L account. And now last cost column, all debit side items including profit, total is 1,60,617 less 52,000, and balance carried down will be 1,08,617. So this was basic question in investment accounting related to debentures. You should focus on calculation of X interest and cum interest quotation prices. X interest price is directly shown in cost column, whereas cum interest price is shown in cost column after deducting the interest. And on interest date, we should calculate interest for complete year if it is annual interest. If it is half yearly interest, interest for 6 months. And this amount is calculated on the basis of net face value on the date of interest. म्हणजेच आपण या तारखेला इंटरेस्ट काढताना या सगळ्याची टोटल केली, पण या तारखेच्या आधी सेल झालेले डिबेंचर्स यातून मायनस केले. म्हणजे या दिवशीचं आपलं होल्डिंग किती आहे ते काढायचं आणि त्याच्यावरचा इंटरेस्ट फक्त या कॉलम मध्ये घ्यायचा. आणि क्लोजिंगच्या डेटला बाकी सगळं बॅलन्सिंग नेहमीसारखं असेल, फक्त इंटरेस्ट कॉलमचा बॅलन्स हा नेहमी डेबिट साईडला येतो, तो प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंटला ट्रान्सफर होईल.